What is happening, fishers? It is Saturday morning, I'm assuming just after 6. Andrew and I did wake up at 3:30. We made it down to the beach. We apologize for no intro and limited footage. It's been pouring with rain this morning, so we got to try to keep the camera equipment dry and safe and things like that. Finally managed to get out Dead Man's Gully, so we finally got a fish out Dead Man's Gully to show you guys. Not a 10 kilo fish, but a young little Black Steenbras on my second throw. Nice fresh catfish leg. Still very lively. And there he is, guys. Nice beautiful little Black Steenbras. Gave me a really good pull. Hopefully there's some decent footage on the GoPro. And while we're at it, I just want to show you why we love a circle hook. Look at that, guys. In the scissors, that hook was going nowhere. This rod was on a spike, turned around, rod was flat, and that is it. We're going to leave him in the pool. It's quite a hard fight. He's to get me stuck in the bricks. We leave him in the pool, let him swim around a bit and revive before I pop him back to make sure he's full of oxygen. Cool, guys. Let's see if we can get another one for you. Cheers.
So guys, we're going to move on to our next bait. It's a bait that we found worked really well a couple of months back. We managed some good Black Steenbras the one night. So what we're going to do is just run through the bait we used. The most primary thing is fresh catfish, guys. I think that makes the world of a difference. So spend the time looking for bait and get yourself some fresh catfish. These were kindly donated by one of the guys we fish with. So I've got 2 nice fresh catfish legs and the catfish head. Big deliberation. A lot of guys will pull the suckers off the catfish, take the skin off. I leave it on. I believe fish is out there. He doesn't find a catfish leg that's skinned with no suckers. To me, that's looking a lot more natural to a fish, the way he would find it. He's not shopping at Pick and Pay, buying clean catfish legs. That's the way he's going to see it on the rocks. So for this bait, what I am going to be using is a dangle. When I fish catfish, I like using a dangle and a circle hook. So just bear with me, guys. Catfish leg is extremely slippery, so it might get a bit messier. But I'm going to show you pretty much the bait, the way we run it. So first catfish leg, obviously that's not a big leg, but for the bait it's a bit big. So what I'll do is I will slice it down to size. I'm happy there. Keep that one piece out the way. That one's a bit thinner, so we'll keep that piece out the way. So those 2 very slippery pieces over there will be for my movement, and I'm going to use these 2 pieces for the body of the bait. So while I'm at it, I'm just going to give these a little slice to the middle. This is a very sharp knife and it's still battling because it's so slippery, but it will get going now. That's all it is, guys. Just a slight little slice like that. Open it up. Don't know if any of you guys most of you probably have worked with catfish, so you'll know exactly what I'm going through here. If you haven't, it's quite an experience. Hasn't quite sliced through. That feels a bit better. And I'm just opening the white nice meat to get some of the oils out. Just a 1-2 with the hammer, guys. When I flatten that piece out. The only reason I'm giving it a little hit with the hammer is just to flatten it out to make my bait a little bit more presentable. Okay, from there, dingle dangle. What you can do with your dangle is just put a couple of little slices through it with a knife, especially with the catfish leg, because it is so slippery. It's just going to assist you binding your bait fast. Okay, that's an inline circle, BKK 80 inline circle. Andrew's favorite hook. And there's our dangle, nicely presented. So from there, I'll line my leg up with the bottom of the dangle, hold it nice and close to the side, grab some of Fish SA's awesome cotton, and as in all my bait demonstrations, quite a bit of cotton for the base. I don't want this bait flying off if the leg does not holding to the foam, when you cast, your whole bait's going to fly off. You're going to lose your whole bait. So I'm really going to give this a good wind. I'm not going to go too high up in the dangle. I don't want my legs interfering and hooking onto my hook, and you miss hookups and things like that. So I'm going to stop probably just a centimeter off the end. Then I'm going to stop winding. That's as far as I'm going to go. Also, something you want to make sure, don't let your bait go past the little metal clip at the bottom where you're going to hook your sinker in. You want that to be nice and free so your sinker can hook off. Okay, that's one tentacle on, guys. And lay the second one horizontally with it. And start winding him on. Okay, the way I do it, I like my tentacles to come towards the hook. Two reasons. Reason number one, with casting, when you're hooking your sinker, your bait is flying through the air like that, it just allows your bait to be a bit more streamlined. The tentacles kick back. You're going to get a little bit of extra distance if you need to get the distance. The main reason though is if the tentacles are on the bottom side, if I turn around, I'll explain to you like that. If the tentacles were on the bottom side, when you're trying to tie your bait on, you get these tentacles sticking fast to your hand and making chaos with your cotton. As you can see, it's done it in about 2 seconds. So I just find prepping the bait and doing it that way is a lot less hassle-free. You're not getting bait sticking fast to your arm and your cotton getting all wrapped up. So that's pretty much about that, guys. I don't do the little turnover out of snap, and it normally holds quite well like that. Okay, so that's it for the base. From there, I'm going to start off with a smaller piece. This I'll actually hook through the hook. Just through the hook, about over the dangle, present it as best I can. I double up my cotton when I get going in the beginning, just so it holds a bit better. You'll see as I'm doing this, I'm pushing the bait away from the gape in the hook. With my thumb, I'll push the bait towards the bottom. You don't want too much bait in the gape there to mess with your hookups and your setups. So there, push it back to the bottom. A couple of rounds. Okay. So the base is getting there. The bait's starting to get some volume to it. From there, the bigger piece. This piece I'll pretty much wrap around the bait. Same thing, pushing the bait onto the dangle so it doesn't interfere with the hook gape. Oh, sorry guys, super slippery. Okay, then I have built a nice little catfish bait. You can fish it just like that, guys. You can fish it just like that. Looks very, very natural. I call this one the Kai Green. For those of you who don't know who Kai Green is, maybe go Google him and check his hairstyle out. You'll fully understand why I call it the Kai Green. So that's that, guys. Something I like to do if the water is crystal clear, just to offset the color a bit. I think there's more in theory than anything else, but it makes me happy and I believe it can work. The part of the catfish, everyone throws away the head. Just to offset the color a bit. For those of you who have peeled catfish before, it's hell of a difficult to get the skin off to get it nice and white. So what you do is cut the head off, pop the head inside out, and you've got some beautiful white meat. So what we'll do is just extremely tough the head. Guys, I'll use this for Black Steenbras and things like that, where they don't mind if your bait's super hard, if the carbo aggressive. But for pig nose and stuff, I'd probably maybe leave this part off. It might be a bit tough. Whack that on as the last layer. Give him a couple of winds with the cotton. I like to go in different directions, guys, so it's got nice tension from all sorts of sides. There's that nasty piece I was talking about. So what I'm going to do is, you'll see as I'm running the cotton, it'll start tucking itself in. There we go, that looks a lot better. Oh, this cotton was quite strong. And doesn't want to get off my fingers. Let's just present that bait nicely. So there we go, guys. Beautiful looking catfish bait. Got some beautiful movement off the back. Okay, the one tentacle is a bit short, but that really makes no difference. So that'll be the way I'd fish a catfish. It's got a nice volume to it. It's got a bit of flow to float it up, and it looks very, very natural. So that's it, guys. Try that bait out. Excellent for cob, silvers, Black Steenbras. I think any bigger fish, predatory fish in the sea will eat this without a doubt. Even the guys deep sea, I'm sure if you had to drop that off the boat, you would agree with me. I think everything out there would whack it. I know the grey sharks love this bait, and I'm sure a duckbill or something will get stuck into this too. I've actually caught one on this before, so very, very versatile bait, guys. Try it out. You can downsize this bait if you're fishing for panfish. Maybe a little 2.0 and a much, much smaller version of this. They will gulp that down in seconds. Cool, guys. Try this one out. We'll see you just now.